Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something with, what am I trying to remember? With black and grey, because I've been doing a lot of brights on my channel lately, obviously because it's the season for brights, of course, but I thought it'd be nice to mix it up just a little bit because it is getting a bit samey with the colour schemes at the moment. So I'm just sorting out a Real Bird Glamour Gel that I'm going to use, and just to mix it up even more than usual, I'm using a different Glamour Gel than I usually use. I usually use a silver and a gold in specific, and it's gel number 1, which is the silver that I use a lot, and then number 2 or 3 is the gold that I use a lot as well, whereas this one I don't use a lot, so I thought it'd be a nice change to use it in this video. And this is Glamour Gel number 10. This is what it looks like. It's just basically like just a darker silver really, but it's more like a metal or like a, I don't know. Well, that's what we're going for anyway. So the two colours I'm going to be using are, like I said, black. So I'm using Blackout from Gel Perfection. And then I'm also going to use Gunpowder from Gel Perfection, which is the grey that I'm going to be using. And this is what it looks like. Beautiful. So I'm gonna, just to pre-warn you, it is really hot in my nail room at the moment. We're in our 2 days of silly heat in the UK at the moment on the day that I'm filming this. It is Monday the 18th of July and today has literally been 38 degrees Celsius, which might not sound like a lot to some of you, but it is here. Our roads are melting. I am melting. Obviously, we don't have houses and things with aircon, stuff like that. Like it is, it's not very nice, to be honest with you. So just bear that in mind, that my gels are really runny for that reason. But let's get straight into it. So first things first, I'm just going to put some base coat on my nails, just so I can wipe off the tacky layer of it, basically, which probably sounds really pointless, but I've mentioned it like probably in every video I've made with the peel off base coat, as I'm sure you're all aware by now that I use peel off base coat for every video, because that's how I get so many designs done, is by just doing a design and then peeling it off, and being able to go straight in with another one is really helpful. And it just performs much better. Well, I think it performs much better. I don't like painting like nail art directly onto the peel off base. I like to be able to pop a coat of base coat on, then remove the tacky layer from it, and then work on that. So I'm just going to do that, these two off camera, and then cure them, and then I'll come back for the design itself. Okay, so I've applied my base coat and removed the tacky layer. I'm now just going to go in with the first step of my design. So I'm just making sure that my nail art brush that I'm going to use is clean. And first things first, I'm going in with my lighter colour because I need my next one to go over the top of this in some ways. So I need to make sure that that's possible. So let me just zoom in a little bit. And I'm basically just going to create a squiggly line, totally random, like so. What is that? Please get off my nail. My lint-free wipes are not really lint-free, so it's a bit annoying. There we go. And then once I've created that shape, I'll then just go in and fill in the gap. Now usually I wouldn't flash cure as I went along like every nail, but because of the weather today and that my gel is going to run more than it usually would, I am just going to flash cure each nail like every time I do some of it, because my gel is super runny in this weather. So that's what I've done on this one. I'm going to pop that in just for a quick 10 seconds. And I'll do that for all of them, but I won't tell you about it because obviously it's not like common practice for me to do it every time. I'm only doing it because of the weather. I'm just going to be doing that, and I'm going to pay more attention now to whether I was in focus. I don't know if I was on that nail, but I'm going to be doing that on every nail. Not the exact same each time, but just something a little bit similar, like same sort of effect, just obviously not worried about it being exactly the same. So I'm just focusing first on getting the line how I want it. And then once I've done that and I'm happy with it, I can then fill it in. Another hair on this nail. Very helpful. I'm not going right up to the side wall because I want to make sure that I don't put the gel on the outside of where the peel off base coat is. And then again, once I've done that, I am going to flash cure again. I did tell you I wasn't going to tell you, but here I am. And then next nail again. And then filling it in. They actually look really strangely similar, which wasn't the plan at all, but never mind. And then once I've done that, I'm going to fully cure those 4. I'm not really keen on this pinky nail, so I'm going to take it a little bit further down just to get a little bit more grey on there. It's better. Okay, so I'm going to fully cure that, and then I'm going to go in with my black. So I'm just going to make sure that I've got that ready and that my brush is nice and clean, ready for that as well. And once I've done that, I'm going to do something very similar on the other side of the nail with the black. I'm going to overlap it slightly. So again, I'm just going in and creating the shape that I want first. And then filling in afterwards. I'm not 100% sure about whether this is going to look any good or not. I haven't seen it on anybody. Sometimes I get my inspiration off pictures that I see on Pinterest or Instagram, or, you know, just pictures anywhere, or patterns I've seen or something like that. Whereas this one, I don't even really know how it came about in my head, to be honest, but I was just sat watching TV, just brainstorming mentally, and it came to me. So I'm hoping that it turns out all right, but we'll see. And then again, just filling it in. It's so warm today. I am one of few people who actually don't like hot weather, so this time for me is just not, it's not good. I'm not enjoying it at all. I don't want to complain too much because I know that a lot of people pray for good weather in England because it's not really that often that we get it. But it's just not me. Autumn is my favourite time of year, where we get cooler weather, darker nights, but typically not really much rain, because I absolutely hate rain. But cold weather and darkness, as gloomy as that sounds, I absolutely love. So once I've done that, I'm then just going to do my pinky. Make sure that's all filled in. This is what they're looking like at the moment. Again, they look really similar without me even trying to do that, but never mind. And then filling in that little gap, and then again I'm going to cure this. I could flash cure this because the next step isn't really going to like go on top of the black as such that much, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't like to flash cure black because it can be really temperamental and then be under cured and bubble and all that fun stuff. So I just tend to just spare the few seconds extra and just cure it properly. So this is what we're up to so far. I'm going to pop that in the lamp for, like I said, a full cure, just to make sure that the black cures properly because it is a difficult colour. So next up I'm going in with white. Literally just thought of doing this. I'm probably going to regret it, but never mind, you never know until you try, I suppose. So I'm just going to get my brush and I'm going to outline the grey with my white. So I'm going to do a little bit at a time to make sure that it's as neat as I can get it. I'll just put a little bit more on my brush so I can get my line a bit thicker. So to make the line thicker, I'm also putting a bit more pressure on my brush as well. And I'm only outlining the grey with this, so I'm going to stop the white when I get to the black. Like so. There we go. Just makes the grey stand out even more, so it's really effective. I thought that bit went upwards, but it doesn't, it goes down, so I've messed up a little bit there, but it's fine. Be able to hide that in the next step. Okay, and then once I'm happy with that, I'm going to flash cure that just for 10 seconds. And then the next step is going to be with the glittery gel. So I'm just going to clean off my brush from the white and get my glittery gel ready. So I can get away with flash curing with the white because I'm not going to be going over that with my glittery gel anyway, so it's fine. So I'm just going to get some of the gel on my brush, and again I'm going to go slowly to make sure that I'm doing it as neat as possible. I'm working slow with this anyway, as I usually would with the Real Bird Glamour gels, because they are so, like, they've got so many flakes in. If you pick a little bit too much up at a time, they can really clump together. So when you want a relatively thin line, I just do a tiny bit at a time so I don't pick up too much. Am I still focused? Yes, for once I am. You can only just about see it on camera, but it looks really, really pretty. Obviously you could use a different coloured silver, like if you wanted it to stand out more, or you could outline the white outline the black with the white and then use a glitter similar to this colour for the grey side. But I purposely wanted it to be like sort of light versus dark. So you've got a light grey that's outlined with a light colour and then a dark colour, like black outlined with grey. Well, with this dark glitter. So it totally depends on the look that you're going for. Just gives a little bit of added sparkle. And then I'm going to flash cure that again, just for 10 seconds, just to keep it exactly where I've put it, to make sure I don't accidentally smudge it when I'm doing the next step. And then I'm going to go in with these stickers from Magpie Beauty, and I'm just going to basically pop those in between, like just where there's some gaps on the nails basically. I'm just cleaning off my tweezers before I use them to make sure there's nothing on there I don't want there to be. And then I'm just going to go in and grab a star. I'm going to use these ones for 2 nails and then those ones for 2 nails just to mix it up a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick those up. So I'm going to pop him down here. And then I'm just using my tweezers to flatten that out and make it all smooth to the nail. I'm going to rub my finger over it just to put some pressure all over it. There we go. And then again, I'm going to do the same thing but with the ones that are like an outline. It'd help if I'd bent it in the right place. There you go. So I'm just being really careful with picking them up because obviously I don't want to pull one of the points off. And this one I'm going to put up here. I'm putting them all in a slightly different place just to make it a little bit different. And this one I'm going to put over here. Perfect. And then one more of the outline type. And I'm going to put this one down here. Just going to press that on. And once I've done that, I just need to fully cure, because obviously I haven't fully cured those glitter lines yet. So I'm going to pop it in for a full cure and then I'm going to take it out and gloss top coat, and then I'll show you what they look like at the end. So here is how they look finished. I absolutely love how these turned out, considering I wasn't really sure what I was going for. I am really pleased with the outcome. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with another one. No, I won't be back with another one. Why do I keep trying to finish the video before I've took them off? Do you know the amount of times that I've had to refilm the ending of a video because I've signed off and been like, thanks so much, like I'll be back soon with another video, blah blah blah, and then suddenly realise that I now need to take these nails off and I'm supposed to film that part. So I'm not going to sign the video off. Apologies for the false advertisement. So I'm just going to stick my... Ooh, this one seems like it's going to come off nicely. I think I've just ruined the free edge of it, but it's fine. Oh no, I haven't. Oh, that was nice. Very satisfying. Got a little bit here, but we can cope with that. It's all good. That was good. That was a good peel. Let's see if we can do it again. Ooh, it's a good start. Oh, I think this one's even better than the last. Yeah, that one is perfect. Look at that. I'm actually sad to see these go. I mean, I usually am sad to see the designs go, to be honest. I do really like them, but the majority of the designs that I do on my channel, although they are easy, not easy, but like, obviously ease of something is relevant to how much experience and blah, blah, blah that you've got. But even though like they're beginner nail art ideas, I definitely do not have the patience to do them on my opposite hand, which is why I quite like doing these videos with this hand, because I get to experiment without having to mess about doing both hands. So it's a win-win. So anyway, now I actually am signing off the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another one. Bye.